Inferno with empathy and close ranged damage. I mean, basically it means that you can still play however you want. You can just choose to take advantage of the extra range damage at close range or not. It's entirely up to you. And I love those kind of stratagems. Like, give you the option. You want to take advantage of it? Sure, do this. If not, whatever. No biggie. So let's go with the Bulwark.
That is heretical behavior. This place draws a zealous abomination. For the Emperor!
Hell yeah, get an assault in there.
I am the righteous.
Yep. Wait, hang on. Oh, you can't use Gunstrikes, right? Okay. Ah, yes, of course. No Gunstrikes allowed. I probably should have taken a block weapon, but whatever. Might not be able to Gunstrike, but can still get on the back just by... Oh, it's ranged kills. Ew. Okay, that's not good. Hey, what the? Ow! Stop. Ow. What was that? Next. Ah, right, empathy. That's right, that's why I'm taking free damage. I was wondering where that damage was coming from. Oh, that's not good.
Stay alert. Go!
Come on. Show yourself. Really? What a cheap little thing.
Assume your weapon malfunction.
Yep.
That is heretical behavior. In your debt. Approaching the Astra Militarum camp. It is deadly quiet.
reporting in. Team has arrived at the Imperial Guard camp.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see,
Ow.
alive or otherwise. I have it, Bulwark.
See your weapon now, fuck!
Next.
A quick sweep turned up nothing.
I love it, yeah.
No codes.
Only orders on this,
I
officer.
have the codes, brothers.
Oh, very
We have
nice.
located the codes, Command.
Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Them, not me!
We're doing pretty well considering it's empathy.
awaits unfurling.
Considering it's empathy that is the debuff. We're doing relatively well.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor!
I'm honestly impressed. Oh, oh. Oh, boy.
Keep going forward.
Well, if they're not on this side, they'll definitely be on the other side.
March unhindered.
Uh-huh. How's that?
Be as an angel.
This is where we sow the enemy's defeat, brothers. Another Xenos fireball eliminated.
Huh.
You failed at Ocean. Face it.
I got you, I got you.
See your weapon now, fuck!
Come on, keep shooting. Oh, you mother!
Skitter to the grave, Xenos.
What the?
Canadians are running out of time.
Oh,
How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
Arriving
Terrible
at the
accuracy,
objective
those.
now.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
she was. Oh, crap.
Heretical behavior. Tyranny fireball. Watch for spore mines. Movements away. Annex location. Alien interloper flag.
Not that impressed, was it? Let's try plasma weapon.
There is
Just
no
leave him
going
there,
back.
it's not
Changing
worth it.
magazine.
Since you can't use Gunstrikes, yeah,
Let us finish what the
block
Cadians
attacks.
start.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude premium well. Cautiously. If you know what is good for you.
Good night.
This galaxy is not yours to devour.
All according to the Emperor's plan.
Rites of activation have been observed. The generators hum in the machine god's name.
With a block weapon, we don't need to use Gunstrikes.
Crane sequencing initialized. Delivering payload.
And the best bit is that since we get, armor back from ranged damage kills, it means that I don't need to use armor restore as a team perk. I can just use contested health decay reduction.
Units assaulting Generator 1.
Grounding alert. Generator 1. Unauthorized personnel.
Better get moving.
Observe your duties.
See your weapon malfunction. That silence intimidated by hit.
X-axis aligned. By the Omnissiah's will.
The first leg of this race is behind us.
Ah, crap, drop there. That's so cheap.
It shall be done.
Generator 3, brothers.
Proceed to checkpoint.
Biological accumulation at Generator 3. Probable avian infestation.
Yes, we're well aware.
Y-axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Blessed be the Omnissiah's divine precision.
The Emperor demands perfection from all that serve him.
Even our humble prayer.
Bomb is in place, Command.
There's an observation platform overlooking the crude premium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Very good.
Load up.
Ew. Man, that mushroom thing looks creepy. What do they call them? Tyrannocytes? Tyrannical parasites? Set brothers, you head on that way, I've got this side. Bye-bye. Nothing here. Where's the terminus? We're overdue. We are way overdue. Speaking of which, there we go. Ooh, hello.
Lock objective down.
There you go, free kill.
No more surprises from this later.
Let's do this guy first. Come on. Okay.
Shoot them, not me.
Wait, there's a neurothrope. There's a neurothrope somewhere.
So, watch for psychic on.
Oh, it's not too far.
Bask in the Emperor's blood.
Xenos units, no place.
Xenos horde terminal. A victory for the Imperium. One dead zone. Closer to cleaning up this place.
Prospects deep scan ready.
Can I punch these things out? Nope. Okay, that doesn't work.
The world is Xenos sorted. I should sing.
For the Emperor!
We have arrived at Nozick's facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can.
On my honor, I will ensure your mission is a success.
I will hold you.
Okay, you know what?
That one is for the reserve force. Skitters the way.
Shit, screw it, get the elevator.
Once more.
Our adversaries must renew their assault. Deny them any advantage.
Swapping magazine.
Our foes' wretched forces grow.
No terminus up there? Lucky us.
That is heretical behavior.
Thank you.
Me as an angel of Prospects cannot even compute their numbers.
For the Emperor!
Alright.
Where shall I plant this flag?
One more trip. One last fight.
Brothers, together we go.
For the Emperor!
Let's use all three loadouts in this mission, eh? Ooh,
Stock up!
everyone's armor. There's your shot.
Stand ready to deliver the Emperor's vengeance. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it done. The enemy seeks to consume this place and us with it.
Oh, okay.
Foul tyranny!
They are nearly upon us. Initiating burn.
The refinery is no longer secure. Xenos biomass on scope. Assume your weapon on.
That pitiful Xenos.
Halfway there,
What was
brothers.
that?
Keep it up.
We may use the system to set a
Oh, con effects. Alright. Well, we gotta get some extremists as well.
brother.
He needs help.
Crack grenade.
More skitter and burn.
Breakfast tower.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Them, not me.
You filthy Xenos only climb to your death. Switching to close assault.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Where's your partner? Goodbye. What?
It found its last.
You are clear to ignite when ready.
You are clear to detonate. Cook those rotten bastards.
Yes, Captain. You heard it.
And we're done.
We have laid waste to the enemy. A fine victory.
Tyranid biosigns down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed.
Thanks, Emperor. Move to extract.
Score my armor.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit.
Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter. Be ready for rearm, refit, and redeployment immediately.
Oh, well, there we go. All in all, a fairly simple, straightforward mission. I think it went fairly well, so... Ultramarine, a White Scar, and an Omega Marine. Result, unbeatable. I took the least damage. Ugh. Not the greatest sign as a tank, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, we had another Carnifex to see on there, huh? Barely even registered it. Hell yeah. Got to use showcase all 3 builds in one mission. It's not every day that gets to happen. Good old trustworthy Retribution's big quest there. For a small bit we used the plasma pistol together with the Powerfist. That was the Rate of Fire plasma pistol actually. But for the rest of it, yeah, the heroic heavy bolter, the heavy bolt pistol, sorry, is just such a great value to bring, honestly. Like, even if, you know, you're not allowed to do gun strikes, like, the fact that you always have that safety mechanism whereby, like, if an enemy Majoris wants to call for help, you can just execute them immediately. It's always nice to have. Well, with that, let's take a look at the build, shall we? For the weapons, right? We used all 3 builds today, so going through them probably be too long. So first, let's just take a look at the perk tree as a whole. This is for Retribution's big quest. As you can see, we take this for extra headshot damage, reduce recoil, recovery on HP. We never got to use this, but it's always a nice little safety thing to have. Increased capacity for extra magazine reserve, ammo reserve, and magazine capacity. That extra 1 bullet. Hey. Death Strike for extra, damage after you kill a Majoris enemy in melee combat, which, by the way, for a Bulwark is, pretty much up all the time. Great Might for Terminus damage increase. Discipline. When you have low ammo, you do 25% more damage. This happens a lot, unfortunately, on Retribution's big quest. It's just part of it. I do take Strong Finish, where the last round in the magazine does 50% more damage. It procs in sometimes decently well, other times it doesn't matter. But you continue on to extra headshot damage, and then Gunstrike Reload. This is very important. The thing is, unfortunately, because of these mission parameters, we never got to use this, but in most cases, this thing will save your life, honestly. This is Storm's Dominion, the heroic Thunderhammer. Here is a look at the perk grid. As you can see, we take almost the entirety of the bottom tree. We just don't take the last one, right? Because we don't use Pummel Smash that often. And even if you do 50% extra damage, it's not worth it compared to just simply doing 10% more damage to Majoris enemies, being perfectly honest. We take Minor Slayer as well. We take a lot of these extra, melee damage increases because obviously it's a big melee weapon. It does a lot of damage with that in mind. Fast preparation increases aftershock preparation time. This isn't the most important thing, but because you'll be using your aftershock slam as soon as it's ready anyway. So yes, being able to do 2 ground slams, so basically when you're doing a light combo and then you do a heavy overhead smash, being able to do a secondary overhead smash can actually put Majoris enemies into execution range. It really can. Of course, after killing 7 enemies in rapid succession with a light combo, you don't lose control. This isn't the most important thing, to be perfectly honest, and you won't be using it majority of the time anyway. But, it's something to have. But basically it gets you to this. Your aftershock has a double slam instead of a singular slam. This is too important to pass up, especially for the heroic Thunderhammer, because it allows you to proc this electrical field charge twice. As for the sword, the power sword, we take the fencing variant, Gethalmo Crusade, and this is the perk grid. Right, armored strength, when you have armor remaining, melee damage is increased by 10%. This will be up almost all the time, because fencing has the ability to immediately eliminate Minoris enemies simply by parrying them. Right, so it gives you armor up almost all the time. Master of Offense, when you switch sword styles, you deal 20% more damage, more melee damage for 5 seconds. It's a passive thing. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it's not necessary. Perpetual Strength gives you that extra melee damage, right? Momentum gain. For each consecutive light attack, your light attack damage increases. This is good if you are taking on individual enemies, like an Extremis or a Majoris on their own. But recently, I find doing Power World stats is probably better. I might, down the line, change it for this, being perfectly honest. So, when your health is below 30%, a Power World hit will restore 1 armor segment. This is very, very important, which is probably why I take this combination, because it gets you to this perk, right? So this thing can save your life, especially on hard stratagems at absolute difficulty, where normally if you run out of armor, it literally takes you like almost a minute. I think it's like 45 or 55 seconds of receiving no damage before you automatically get armor back. This thing will basically just kick in. If your HP is below 3%, do a Power World, you get an armor segment back on a 10-second cooldown. Very, very good. Right? It's the same thing, light combo, not that important. It is what it is. Go across. Power rate is 50% more melee damage. Again, if you are using this weapon to charge into Majoris enemies, it is worth taking, because power rate actually does do quite a bit of damage. You really do want Extremis Slayer, Majoris, and Terminus Slayer, because as a Bulwark, melee is your bread and butter. You don't need to bother with Minoris Slayer, because you simply just by doing any Power Wall attack, or just any charged melee attack, or even just like a running melee attack, will put them in execute range regardless, so you don't need this. So instead, you take power style attacks, restoring 100% more contested health. Something simple. As for the block Bulwark that we take the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol. This is the perk tree, as you can see here. Increasing the energy reserve. If you kill 7 enemies in rapid succession, this weapon does not overheat for 10 seconds on a 15-second cooldown. Right? Again, you increase energy reserve. You really want to get as much reserve as possible for this weapon. The damage radius increase of your charge shots is really good for getting your contested health back, because your contested health is determined by how much damage you deal to the enemy, and splash damage is counted as individual damage, so it's very good for getting your contested HP back. And yeah, after perfectly timed dodge, the equipped weapon is completely cooled. This can come in handy from time to time. As for the fist, we take the block fist in this instance. This is the perk grid that we take. We take Perpetual Strength again, melee damage, and heavy attack preparation time is reduced. This is very, very important if you're going to be running the block fist. Again, just stacking up that melee damage. Right, when your health is below 30%, you take 50% less health damage while preparing a heavy attack. If you do 2 successful blocks, this thing can help save your life. It allows you to not only do a lot of damage, but even get your armor back, Power Wave forward damage distance increases from 4 to 8 meters. Very, very important. This is also pretty good as well, where you can do a back fist after doing a thrust jab, After successful heavy attack, the next light attack does 10% more melee damage. Yep, good for finishing enemies off, putting them in execute range. We take Majoris Slayer. We do not take this, even though we might consider it down the line. Instead, we take this one. While preparing a heavy attack, you take 20% less range damage. Depending on how things go, we might have to look at the build data, but for now, this is what we run with. As for the perk tree itself, we did take Intimidating Aura, whereby a perfectly timed parry does AoE damage within a 5-meter radius. Even if you can't do Gunstrikes, this thing can put enemies in execute range very, very quickly. And against Terminus enemies like the Hellbrute or the Carnifex, this thing actually does quite a bit of damage to them. I would say almost 5% of their health, to be perfectly honest. When you block a ranged attack, enemies within 10 meters take the damage instead. Armor of Contempt is very, very good. This is the Survivor build, so we take Armor Reinforcement, so that gun strikes that don't kill the enemy will still give you an armor back. And because you use this, right, getting so much armor back means that you can take Advanced Conditioning as your team perk, so that your contested health fades 50% more slowly for the entire team. Whether you take that or Focus Restoration is entirely up to you. They are both excellent perks. At the highest difficulty level, some people will say Focus Restoration is better because armor is so important when fighting enemies that do stack melee damage onto you. But in some cases, a lot of classes have the ability to automatically gain armor back anyway. And in those cases, those classes would prefer maybe to have more time to get their contested HP back. In those instances, like this build, this is more preferable. As for the banner, we take the Purity of Purpose, so the banner does damage over time, like a lightning effect. And the reason why we take this is because we're not doing the lightning build, so we don't get a lightning shock field out of parries and blocks. So, you know, we take this to do that instead. We also take Invigorating Icon because of its ability to instantly give full contested health to allies within the area. On absolute difficulty and hard stratagems, this is an extremely useful perk to have. It's not mandatory by any means. As an alternative, you can take Glory Shield, which allows you to really duke it out with the enemy, right? It stacks exceptionally well with Rapid Generation, right? In that, like, if you're fighting a Hellbrute point blank, these two together will save your life. Alternatively, you can also take Purity of Purpose and Glory Shield. They both work very well together as well, because it allows it to stay longer, doing more damage, like a lightning field effect. Right? And then I take Rejuvenating Effect so that the banner can be used as a revive mechanic. It is not mandatory to take it. It is simply just an insurance policy. If ever you're surrounded by a lot of enemies and you really cannot afford kneeling down in front of the enemy and trying to res your partner, this will simply just allow you to plant your banner and just start fighting. For the signature perk, Defensive Mastery is still, in my opinion, the best signature perk for the Bulwark, because the ability to instantly put a Majoris or Extremis enemy into execute range out of nowhere on the fly is just too good to give up. For the Prestige perks, we take Auxiliary Reload, which allows a kill on an Extremis enemy to restore your secondary weapons ammo, which is your main weapon, right, by 1 magazine. There is no internal cooldown for this, so if you kill 2 Extremis enemies in a row, that's 2 full magazines worth of your pistol restored on the fly. We take extra healing from your Medicaid stims. Not mandatory, but it is a useful quality of life perk. Overcharge allows your held and charge attack damage to increase by 20%. Decent. And of course, Masterful Defense. This is probably the single most important one. You don't need to take this second. You take this as soon as you can get it, which allows your shield blocking to recharge your banner by 1% for every attack that you block that's a ranged attack. So you get this as soon as you can. And that is it. That is the build that we used for the Survivalist Bulwark today. As you can tell, we used all 3 weapon perk setups that we had, and we made it through just fine. So I hope you had a good watch today. I hope you enjoyed the mission. So please be safe, take care of yourself, and as always,
For the Emperor!